So let's move on to the last part of the chapter जहाँ पे हम कुछ question and answers discuss करेंगे. I think it's important in this chapter to discuss questions and answers because it gives you clarity as to how कितना what is exactly the distinction between reality and fantasy. Yeah, where is it that the two things are overlapping, right? So let's move on to the first question, which says, do you think the third level was a medium of escape for Charlie? Why? So definitely yes, we think कि third level medium of escape था. क्यों? क्योंकि though definitively चैप्टर में ये नहीं लिखा है कि चार्ली को मॉडर्न डे कंटेम्प्रेरी वर्ल्ड के फियर्स एंजाइटीज और इन सब चीज़ों से प्रॉब्लम है, पर चैप्टर में क्या लिखा हुआ है दैट इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट टू सी, राइट? सो वट एवर थिंग्स दैट ही इज डिस्क्राइबिंग अबाउट 1890s का टाइम, लोगों के गैल्सबर्ग में लोग कैसे रहते हैं, हाउ डू पीपल वेयर देयर क्लोथ्स, हाउ डू पीपल वेयर देयर बियर्ड्स एंड मुस्टैशेस, एंड हाउ लाइक नेचर जो फैंस हैं और बहुत जो नेचुरल चीज़ें हैं उनकी लाइफ में, लाइक फायरफ्लाइज और सिगार्स, एंड नथिंग दैट्स टू मैकेनिकल इन लाइफ, नथिंग दैट इज टू मतलब फैंसी और टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांस्ड इन देयर लाइफ्स. और वो इट्स एन आइडियलाइजेशन ऑफ अ टाइम जहाँ पे पीस है, जहाँ पे वर्ल्ड वॉर नहीं है. सो वर्ल्ड वॉर इज द ओनली इंडिकेशन जो हमें दिखता है कि उनको शायद वॉर से, उनको शायद मॉडर्न डे लोगों की this the idea as to how you need to harm the other person to step up or to become better is the idea that Charlie does not really like. So usko world war se problem hai, and therefore when he's talking about Galsburg, he's talking about all the good things there. He is talking about how life is much more better in 1890s than here. So all this idealization of that space gives us enough evidence that maybe that particular third level was an escape for Charlie, right? Charlie के लिए वो escape इसलिए हो जाती है फिर क्योंकि वो third level के through ही अपने peaceful, अब Gatsby के लिए 2 tickets खरीद सकता है. That's the only place where he can escape the current scenario, escape his real life and go to a life he really wants for himself. So यस डेफिनेटली हम मीडियम ऑफ एस्केप उसको ले सकते हैं, हम इस तरह से ले सकते हैं कि वो सिर्फ एक ही चैनल था, एक ही एजेंसी थी जिससे चार्ली एस्केप कर सकता था. एंड क्योंकि उसको थर्ड लेवल कभी भी नहीं मिला, ही इज स्टिल इन दिस वर्ल्ड, ही इज स्टिल इन दिस वर्ल्ड लुकिंग एट हिज स्टैम्प्स, finding another ways to peace out and not be worried about other things in life, right? So what do you think, what do you infer from Sam's letter to Charlie? That's another important question because most of the mystery that this chapter entails gets solved if you look at the letter carefully. So Sam का letter जो है, it's actually also one of the mysteries to the chapter or to the reader, right? क्योंकि 84 में लिखा था, it was addressed to the grandfather, it was like mailed to grandfather but addressed to Charlie. Charlie wasn't even born at that time, so Charlie did not exist, so to say. So you can't write a letter to someone who is not in non-existence. This is reason enough, that's evidence enough for which we know that reality तो बिल्कुल नहीं है ये. It's a fragment of imagination. It's maybe another set of hallucinations. So आप क्या infer करेंगे इस letter से? A very probable inference to make is that it's also another part of hallucinations. It's also another part where Sam ने अपने आप में imagine कर लिया या create कर लिया वो first day cover और वो letter जो उसको address था, क्योंकि उस letter के अंदर भी गैल्सबर्ग को romanticize ही किया हुआ है, उस letter के अंदर भी गैल्सबर्ग की अच्छी चीजें बताई हुई हैं. And then Sam is saying, come on, keep on looking, don't give up, come look for the third level and come to this place because this place is where you should be, right? So this is also that Charlie maybe himself is imagining imagining a letter to himself from Sam, right? Which also leads to an idea that maybe Sam is also not a real person. Maybe Sam is also a part of his hallucinations, a part of his imagination, and therefore क्योंकि Sam भी real नहीं है, letter भी real नहीं है, ये सारी की सारी जो Sam वाली story है, maybe Charlie has imagined it or hallucinated it so that he gets a reason to look for third level further. जब उसको third level नहीं मिला, to back up himself, to increase his motivation to look for third level again, maybe maybe Charlie used this letter as as an instance of another hallucination so that he can go and look for third level again, and he does not give it up. So move on to the last question, that is, do you see an intersection of time and space in the story? And I think it's a very important question. And with this question, we'll conclude the chapter as well, right? So one of the very good things about the chapter is कि वो time और space के realities में से reality और imagination और hallucination की boundaries को transcend करता है, right? So बहुत सारे overlapping images हैं, चीजें जो कि real लग रही हैं but could be a part of hallucinations as well, right? For example, चीजें जो कि बहुत evidently hallucinatory हैं या imagined है, जैसे कि third level या लोग वहाँ कैसे कपड़े पहन रहे हैं, the world का एक issue, और चीजें जो शायद real भी हो सकती हैं लेकिन हमें पता है कि वो imagined है और इतना directly hallucinatory नहीं लगती हैं, such as letter जो कि सैम ने चार्ली को लिखा. So there is definitely an intersection of space and time, right? जैसे कि contemporary time के अंदर मतलब in 21st century what or 20th century what Charlie is getting is उसको एक 19th century का world का copy मिल रहा है, which is an object from another time and another space into this time and this space, right? Then about the first day cover, about that letter जो कि काफी पहले लिखा था और उसको अब मिल रहा है इस time and space के अंदर, जहाँ पे it's urging him to find something that exists now that maybe does not exist before, और which also gives an idea कि हो सकता है थर्ड लेवल एक टाइम मशीन की तरह काम कर रहा है कि थर्ड लेवल में जाओगे so you go back to a place, so it's known there and it's known here also, and therefore एक पहले के टाइम से एक दोस्त जो है वो अपने दोस्त को लेटर लिख के बुला रहा है कि you should come here and you should live here because that's a life worth living, right? So with this, I think we'll conclude the chapter. We'll conclude the chapter by basically stating that like people in real life also go opt for escapism. All of us want to escape something or the other, right? And beyond this very sensitive issue, this chapter is it is definitely a sensitive issue. If you want to, the chapter can be considered as a comment upon how how stupid our lives have become, in the sense कि कितने हम लोग fear, war के बीच में रहते हैं. And human beings are ultimately trying to, escape what human beings created for themselves. And that's very important to look at and something to be concerned about. But beyond that, I think it's a very funnily written chapter. It's a very interesting read and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.